The Department of Marine Resources held a fisheries law enforcement workshop for its officers this week. Vaughn Albury tells us tonight that the main focus was to highlight the role they play in protecting marine resources.
A stern message to fisheries officers throughout the country to be ethical and enforce the law without fear or favor. That from the Honorable Michael Pintard, Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, who reminded them of their important roles as stewards of the country's marine resources.
You can't see the commission of an offense, and depending on which community we're from, there are some who are habitual offenders. You can't, because of political relationships, permit some who are powerful in some of your fishing communities, because in most of our fishing communities, there are a couple persons who have tremendous influence. They must not be able to intimidate you in the execution of your job. They will find no safe harbor. They will find no safe harbor in this ministry, in this permanent secretary, in these directors, or in this minister, who will make a compelling case to this cabinet that notwithstanding what their historical relationships may have been, they have no right to be habitual offenders.
In addition to habitual offenders, Pintard acknowledged that the role of fisheries officers can be dangerous when dealing with poachers and others engaged in nefarious activities. He supports arming fisheries officers.
Also have a discussion about the compelling reasons why fisheries officers, while on duty, under some circumstances, ought to carry arms. I am in full support of fisheries officers being treated in a similar way as Defense Force officers, as immigration officers, as police officers. You should not go out on the seas where you are tackling very difficult situations and we don't put you in a position that in the event that matters arise, you are unable to defend yourself. So I'm interested in making that case.
Minister Pintard also spoke of additional assets to enforce the fisheries laws.
We will increase the number of vessels that are made available so you can more effectively do your job. Just recently we had a commissioning in Abaco, and we are poised to do additional commissioning in short order. We will also hire additional fisheries officers. We anticipate that we will add somewhere in the vicinity of 26 fisheries officers during the course of this budget cycle. Even with the additional 26, we will still be understaffed.
And to that end, officials want residents to report poachers as well as infractions, including undersized fish and conch, and fishing the Nassau grouper out of season. I am Vaughn Albury, ZNS Network News.